God.
Did you start on the speaker?
Look, guys, I wish you guys well. I'm gonna go in an elevator and I'm gonna go to my car and I'm gonna go home. So. It's not a drag queen in Brazil, guys. I was young and I had fun at a festival.
Wait, say what? It took TMZ, a couple of reporters, maybe a paparazzi in there to finally get out of George Santos, Anthony DeVolder, Kitara Ravachi, to get out of him that he did dress in drag, except he said, I was having a little fun. I was young and having fun. Really? There's one more thing he said on the back end of this. So let's watch this again. The back end, he said one more sentence that TMZ actually didn't get in there. Let's watch this.
Congressman, were you ever a drag queen in Brazil?
No, I was not a drag queen in Brazil, guys. I was young and I had fun at a festival. Sue me for having a life.
Sue me for having a life. A life, you say, huh? So is that a life that you and the rest of your Republican congressmen and politicians and conservative people that you convinced that all those folks that dress and drag are evil and groomers and child molesters? Is that the life you're talking about? The life that many of them would like to end, that you support, right? As a matter of fact, here's that tweet where he's talking about how much he doesn't support that kind of life. The most recent obsession from the media claiming that I'm a drag queen or performed as a drag queen is categorically false. He's mad the media continues to make outrageous claims about my life while I'm working to deliver results. I will not be distracted nor fazed by this. Again, he did this after that video surfaced of him on the bus. We can run that as B-roll because we've seen it a million times. But he stepped up on the bus, people saw that and he said it wasn't him. Now, TMZ and maybe a couple of reporters hounding him in the airport got him to admit it. I'm not sure if conservatives are ready to hate him yet because remember, he's a groomer, right? What are your thoughts, Burbank?
I'm just disappointed that TMZ is doing better investigative political journalism than MSNBC, CNBC, CNN.
You trust them.
Yeah, absolutely insane. And I mean, when he tweeted, that wasn't me. I never performed in drag. It's like, kind of giving the vibe of I'm a changed man now. That wasn't me, that was somebody else. Now, I hate drag queens and I think that they're pedophiles because that's what the party I ran with stands for. I think Kitara is a beautiful name for George Santos in drag, and I think he should be proud of whatever he's decided to do and whatever he's found fun. And if he thinks it's fun, maybe he thinks people should have the freedom to do it. I don't know, in a free country when you're running with a party that says freedom is the best thing and that's what we support and we're against big government, etc. Instead, he's with this party that wants to ban drag shows and moreover calling them groomers and spreading that dangerous narrative that's leading to people having violent attacks on these drag events. I mean, seriously, this is the party he's running with. And the fact that he makes the distinction, I wasn't a drag queen. I was just a duchess of drag. It's like, come on, bro, like admit to what you've done.
I was just having fun. Just my life. Why is it that if it's your life, it's just a little bit of fun, but someone else's it should end? Matter of fact, they're gonna try and let this whole thing blow over, of course, but I wanna show some of that hypocrisy a little bit more because I like to point that out. Since they're gonna try to make everyone think, oh yeah, he just performed. We have no problem with drag performances, except every damn week they talk about how much they hate it. Kind of like how George Santos talked about how the LGBT community, specifically in relationships and marriages, destroys families. Remember this from 2020?
The family unit's been under attack for decades.
Yeah.
Look, in different ways, right? In different ways. The flavor of the decade is same-sex couples. Oh, that's so okay. It's look, to each your own. I don't have anything against that, but they're teaching in school kids, that you don't need a mommy and a daddy. You can have two mommies, you can have two daddies. I think that's a little much for kids, right?
It's not their place.
And that's an attack on the family unit in the sense where they're just making excuses and reasoning to explain to kids why there's only one mommy or why there's only daddy, and there's no other person, that it's okay to be like that that's your unique type family.
Devastating, so horrific, destroying the family unit. Why are you participating in that, George? I mean, Anthony. Well, there's more though, because also there's the serious side from 2020, but also now that this is all blown up, Greg Gutfeld has a late night Fox News show, and we know he's also on the 5 when he rails and complains about stuff. But you know what? Once this is now falling out and coming together in front of everyone's face, now it's all jokes and fun, right? Let's let them joke about it.
New York GOP Congressman George Santos is accused of lying about almost everything ever. To me, it's impressive. Including his mom being at the World Trade Center on 9/11. Turns out she was at 7-Eleven on Earth Day. He reportedly committed the most evil of evils, dressing in drag. A drag queen and former friend of Santos says they met more than 15 years ago in Brazil. Santos reportedly went by Kitara Ravachi. Him too? I knew we had something in common. Yeah.
I want him to be my best friend because I can tell him all my secrets.
Yes.
Because if he tells other people, they won't believe him.
Yes.
Okay, that last joke was funny, but still, the thing is now with, the one thing I want to point out there, he goes, and now he's done the evil of all evils, dresses in drag. Yeah, and it's making a joke about it, but who is it that you're mocking about how it's the most evil of all evils? The folks that you effing work with. They're all talking about this, the evil of all evils. Anybody that dresses in drag, if there's a drag story time, if there's a drag show and someone else decides to show up and do whatever the hell they want with their life, that you have to go and protest it and try and murder people. But now we're laughing about it like, who are these evil people? Who are these people calling these folks evil? You guys. So no, it's not gonna just blow over. Your policies, your legislation are coming after folks' lives, and he's now one of them. Do you reject him, or is it just about politics?
It's hilarious to me that they're like, oh no, if someone's parents are not a man and a woman, the child will be confused. Have they ever been around a new child? They don't know anything at all. Even heterosexual relationships have to be explained to them. This idea that they'll be confused and be like, I was told that this would be a man and a woman situation. They don't even know what gender is. They literally don't know anything at all. So this idea that they'll be confused by people, being same-sex parents is ridiculous.
Well, I mean, you have to keep the narrative going somehow to keep the political lines moving and stay in your partisan areas. Maybe they'll get honest one day. I'm not gonna hold my breath.